For 3 decades, he has been surrounded by antiques. Yusef Shekarandaz says that since the age of 20, he had a passion to collect old stuff. Today, his office is filled with items which you regularly do not see anywhere else.
من از بچگی علاقه داشتم به اشیاء قدیمی. این باعث شد که من هم شغلم آنتیک فروش بشم. موقعی که یه شی رو می‌بینم روش زیاد زحمت کشیدم، زحمات اون ارزش اون کار رو میبره بالا، لذت میبره واقعا.
Like almost all antique maniacs, one of the things that Yusef enjoys most is to own items that other collectors do not have. He promised to show us a part of his hidden world, which he unveiled exclusively to his special guests. Something that he promised would make our jaws drop. His passion for motorcycles since childhood has turned him into one of the most successful collectors of classic motorcycles in Iran.
توجه کردیم که این موتورها کاملا صفر، همه قطعاتش هم مربوط به خودش میشه.
If you're a bike lover like me, you'd find it hard to resist just standing there and watching a spotless masterpiece of engineering without holding its handlebars. This is a small room in the basement of an old shopping center in the heart of Tehran. It is a treasury that contains some of the finest motorcycles in the world, such as this one. Yusef's collection of classic motorbikes consists of famous American, European, and Japanese brands from the 50s, 60s, and the 70s. You would be even more surprised to know that most of these old-timers are still untouched since the day they were made. The cute little mini Honda, something my dad refused to buy me when I was 8, fearing that I would kill myself with it. The old German Zundap that reminds everyone of World War II movies, standing next to this English beauty from Birmingham, and her cousin, the Royal Enfield. The good old 750cc 4-cylinder Honda from 1975, and this weird-looking creature is a 2-wheel drive Raccoon motor tractor that goes anywhere. But all the bikes in Yusef's collection somehow lose color when it comes to his set of legendary Harley-Davidsons. These 1200cc giants are completely unused. Yusef doesn't take them out just to keep them intact. In his Harley book, he showed me a number of the same models in the manufacturing company's museum that were not as clean as his own bikes. Yusef claims that some of his Harleys are unique in the world.
3 تا موتور طلایی دارم. یکیش 70 مدل 1975، یکیش 68، یکیش هم 58.
But the story didn't end here. To me, visiting Yusef Shekarandaz and his underground collection was an experience of shock after shock, when in a few seconds I saw a classic Harley-Davidson assembly line right in front of my eyes. Yusef told me that he owed a great part of his Harley collection to this man. He is the only remaining member of legendary mechanics of old motorcycles in Iran. Some bike lovers say that he has the entire Harley assembly diagram in his head.
من از سال 60 این کارو شروع کردم. من چشم بسته میتونم هارلی رو باز کنم و مجددا ببندم روشن کنم.
This is a bike lover's paradise. Perhaps this beauty is the only 1968 brand new gold-plated Harley-Davidson in the world that has a hand gear shifter and a police siren. Just imagine yourself on a golden bike on the street and in your own hometown. I think the experience would be more like a pause in time for the passers-by. It was time to see the deepest section in the treasury, the spare parts deposit.
گیربکس، دو شاخه جلوی کامل، تمام اینا آکبنده، زین، گلگیر، باک، رکاب، توقه چرخ، انجین، 40,000 قطعه از این لوازم من دارم.
Tehran is a strange city. Only God knows how many unique collections exist under the skin of this huge city. To me, this dusty warehouse is more like a museum where you can find thousands of different bits and pieces of old spare parts, some of them as old as 60 years. I wonder how Youssef has managed to gather them all original and in the packing. Even the catalog is there. Like this set of original Harley-Davidson piston rings, the date on the package says 1953. It's amazing, isn't it?
ما درجه اول کارون بازسازیه. شما اگه هارلی بیارین که فسیل هم باشه ما بازسازی میکنیم. اینجا البته نقش مونتاژ رو داره چون آقا یوسف تمام قطعاتش نوعه. ما به این شکل موتورا رو که مشاهده میکنیم جمع کردیم.
انسان همه قدرت رو دوست دارن. این موتورم واقعا قدرت میده به انسان. موقعی که پشتش میشینین یه لذت خاصی داره. صداش، روندنش.
Youssef doesn't allow his bikes to be driven outside. He says those who insist may of course use their imagination. Imagine how would you feel riding one of these? Free and fast like a thunder. I'm Amir Mehdi Kazemi. See you next time in Iran.